Alright guys, so today we're taking a look at a case that is very protective. You guys have probably seen their ads before on social media, all over the internet, on YouTube. I know you've seen their case on my channel before, and one thing this year that really bothers me about this case, and I'll get into it, and it could have been a great case if it wasn't for this one issue. And today we are looking at the Mous Limitless 6.0 for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, the price on this one ranges from $64.99 to $69.99, and links will be down in the description below for you guys to check it out for yourselves. So, let's take a look at the packaging. Now, starting off, you just get this very basic mouse packaging, this kind of cardboard paper. We're getting greener. I like to see that. Very nice, good for the environment, but I do like to see a good presentation, and unfortunately for 65 to 70 bucks, I'd like to see a little bit of a better box, something like that for this case. Either way, you get what you get. So on the front, it does say mouse here. On the back, you get a little more information about that they're going greener, all that fun stuff, what's inside the box, and all that. So just popping it up, you get this live without limits thing, and inside we get our case. Now also with the case, you are going to get a warranty card to activate that, as well as a magnetic field information card because of the MagSafe magnets in here for pacemakers and ICD users. Read that for yourself. So anyways, that's basically all you get with the box, just this paper cardboard box package thing. So anyways, inside you just get your case right there and some paper. Now starting off with the back of the case, this is the stone color and it's gonna come in a few different colors, which we will talk about in a little bit. Now you are going to get this polycarbonate back, and it has this very sort of, not really grippy, but it's not slippery texture either. You can kind of hear that right there. You are going to get your camera ring right here, and you do get two things of Mous branding. Now, Mous, if you guys are listening to this, please get rid of both of those brandings on the back. Nobody asked for that, and I know you want to see that your case is known, know what it is. I get that, but if we were to take this Mous right here and just put that logo down there, I think that would be perfect, but you do get that there. Taking a look at the inside of the case, you are going to get this microfiber material here, and the sides of the case are going to be TPU, as well as these TPE corners and the top right there for extra drop protection. This is going to be their air shock technology, so that is going to give you that drop protection that Mous always offers, and that they advertise, you know, when they take their phone, they throw it all the way up in the air, let it drop, all that fun stuff. We're not doing that here today, don't worry, but you can get some really good drop protection from this case. Now let's go ahead and bring over our scale. We'll see how much this case weighs, how thick it is, and all that fun stuff. So starting off in grams, we are looking at 49 grams on this one, and then moving over to our caliper going from front to back, you are looking at 12.5 millimeters, and from inside to outside, we are looking at 2.5 millimeters. Now, Mous does claim that this case is 25% thinner than the Mous Limitless 5.0 from last year. So you do get a little bit of a thinner case, but also that same great drop protection. So that is always nice to see. Now let's go ahead and bring over our natural titanium 16 Pro Max, and we'll put it in the case. Now that's one thing why I got this color case. I thought it would go very well with the natural titanium. Listening to that snap, pretty decent snap on there, nothing too crazy, but you are going to get a nice tight fit around here. And looking at those corners, 1, good, 2, 3, and 4. Very nice click on all 4 corners. It is a nice good fit on this case, so you definitely don't have to worry about if you drop the case for it to come off of your phone, you'll be covered there. Now taking a look at how those sides fit, going around, very nice tight fit everywhere here. Around your camera control cutout, you do get it a little bit more loose, as well as where the buttons are. Bottom, top are pretty decently stiff. I would like to see them a little bit more stiff, but they are not bad at all. Now that is going to be that TPU material, so you kind of know what to expect from that. Now, let's go ahead and take a look around the sides of the case, which is where my biggest gripe with this case lies. So, starting off with the top, we are completely closed in there. On the left-hand side, you do have your action button, volume up and down. The rest of it is closed in. You are going to get your corners a little bit more raised up, if you guys can see those right there. So that is going to offer you more drop protection on all 4 corners here, as well as this grip right there nicely at the bottom. So you do get a nice comfortable grip to hold the case on this side. Now, let's listen to how those buttons sound. Very nice buttons. For being built-in buttons, they are clicky. They protrude out a decent bit, so you can definitely feel which button is which. So there are no issues with clicking the built-in buttons on this case. Now going along to the bottom, you do have your accurate microphone and speaker cutouts, as well as a pretty decently open USB Type-C port, which let's go ahead and bring over this cable here. We'll plug this in. We are charging. And yeah, you get a pretty decent USB Type-C port there. So most of your thicker head cables should fit in here with no issues. And then going along to the right-hand side, we are looking at, again, those raised up corners. You do get 2 lanyard loops. Not sure if I mentioned that on here. You get one on each side. The case does not come with a lanyard, but it is nice to note that if you are a lanyard user, you have an option to use it from the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the phone. But yeah, lanyard loop there. You do get a cutout for your camera control, and the rest of it is closed in, including that power button right there. Now, let's talk about camera control. Look at that. I think that is kind of ridiculous. To be honest with you guys, I think they could have done the camera control button much, much better. I think that camera control button is way too open. It almost looks like the case is incomplete. When you look at it, it is way too wide. It could have been very much more cleaned up. They also could have closed this top part in right here. I understand not having a camera control button with all the features because it is difficult, especially when they don't get the phones in first, where you have to kind of guess how it is. I completely understand having the cutout, not faulting them for having that cutout at all. But this huge cutout right here, it literally looks like they just kind of ran out of material right there and then continued on down here. I mean, this cutout is absolutely massive. What I worry about is that something may scratch up your phone right here, or when you use it, anything like that. It just looks undone to me. It looks like it could have been closed in, or even if not closed in, a little bit closer to the actual button, so that way you kind of get as much protection around the sides as you possibly can. Now, looking at a couple of other cases, now this is the Phone Rebel Air case. They could have also, this on the sides is TPU material, same material that is on the sides of the Mous Limitless. They could have closed it in just like that. Let me line them up here. Look at the difference between that. You have this button, this nice cutout here, and then this huge chunk just taken out of there. I really would have liked to see a little piece right here to enclose this and to make the cutout a little bit more narrow, so that way it just covers around the button, and it would have looked much better. Here's another case that you could have done it on just like that. Could have done it very similar to this, but unfortunately Mous decided to make this huge cutout, and that is something that really turns me off about this case. That's my biggest issue with it. So Mous, if you guys are listening, I would love to see this get refined. So taking a look, of course, we really don't need to test that camera control button because it's such a big cutout. But yeah, that's all going to work just fine. Go ahead and take a little picture of ourselves right there. Boom. Everything works just fine, as you would expect, with such a huge cutout here. That also eliminates the possibility of having these grips on the side. If this was a little bit more closed in, you could have put a little bit of this grip texture right here on this side and on that side, and it would have given a little bit better grip to the case too. Which, let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. What do you think about this huge cutout? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I want to know your thoughts on it. But yeah, the rest of it is closed in. Now, how does the case feel in the hand? And that's kind of where I have another small gripe. The bottom of it is pretty sharp. So I'm somebody who holds my phone just like this. I keep my pinky just like that right there. And when you hold it there for a couple of minutes, it gets really sharp. The case is not very light. You don't really feel the weight of it too much, but that bottom edge right here, this part right there where the USB Type-C cutout is, it very much digs into your pinky. So I would like to see that a little bit smoothed out, but otherwise it feels very good in the hand. Not really slippery at all. Excellent fit. All in all, pretty good. So let's go ahead and move over to our MagSafe test. Starting off with our Apple MagSafe wallet, we'll go ahead and attach that. There's our animation. And I mean, you got a little bit of force does start to get it off. So this is something I would be a little bit concerned with using a MagSafe leather or a fine woven wallet. Now moving along to the Apple MagSafe battery pack, we'll go ahead and attach that. There's our animation. And let's see. Go ahead and shake it. Oh, it's slipping. I feel it slip. Oh, see, I'm clicking all these kinds of buttons. It's definitely slipping, so I really don't want to shake it too hard. But yeah, the MagSafe, in my experience on Mous Limitless cases, has never been all that great. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. Nobody's sitting here and shaking their accessories. Nobody's shaking their phone mounts or anything like that. It's definitely going to get the job done, but it's not the strongest MagSafe in the world. I'd like to see even better MagSafe, again, especially for that $70 price point. If you compare it to something like, for example, the Phone Rebel Gen 6 or even Gen 5 defrosted, they have excellent MagSafe. It's about $20 cheaper than this, plus it comes with a screen protector, but we're not even going to talk about that. You get the good buttons, you get a nice cutout, a lot of different things, and excellent protection still for a cheaper price. So, Mous, I would like to see that MagSafe get a little bit better on this case. So, moving along to our Anker 623, we'll go ahead and hook that up, and yeah, I mean, you're not going to really give it too much of a shake. The slightest, I can't even get it to stick on. The slightest shake of the wrist does make that fall off. So going along to our 360-degree rotation test, you can sit here, type a little text, an email, scroll through Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, no issues there, which by the way, make sure you guys are following me on my socials. Links are down in the description below for those. Moving along to your landscape mode, go ahead and get on YouTube, watch your favorite Brian's Tech video, sit here, rewind, fast forward, play, pause. We can tap around and you're pretty much good to go for the most part. So let's talk colors. You are going to get this stone color here, which by the way, I think it looks really good with the natural titanium iPhone. It's also going to look good with the white, even with the desert titanium, even with the black. It's going to look good with all those colors, but I really like the way it looks with the natural. So like I said, you do get this stone color. You're also going to get bamboo, black leather, carbon fiber, forest green, marine blue, silver pearl, speckled black, walnut. So you get a ton of colors to choose from with the Mous Limitless 6.0. So any one of your styles, whether you want woody, whether you want leather, whether you want kind of aramid carbon fiber, they have you covered on all those fronts. You will be good to go. Choosing colors, I've seen a bunch of Mous Limitless cases in the wild before, and it's rare that you find the same one. So all in all, do I recommend the Mous Limitless 6.0? And it's kind of hard for me to do so. Again, hear me out. For that $65 to $70, you're getting kind of not the best MagSafe. You're getting that huge cutout, the sharp bottom. There are other cases out there on the market that are going to offer you just about the same level of protection, if not even a little bit more, maybe even a slightly little bit less, but who's sitting there and launching their phone up in the air and dropping it? Nobody's doing that. So for that price, I would like to see those changes made, especially that camera control cutout. I don't know if I can recommend this case for that price. When there are different cases, like I said, there's Phone Rebel cases, there's Kadabe cases, there's Spigen cases. There's a lot of different case companies for a cheaper price that are going to offer almost the same level of protection. But all of those cases I just mentioned have a better camera control cutout. They have better MagSafe. Some of them have metal buttons or standalone buttons, which are much better. They're much clickier. And all around, just, you know, they're not sharp at the bottom. The buttons are good. Whereas with this case, it could definitely use some improvements. But if that doesn't bother you, then I do recommend the Limitless 6.0. You are getting really good drop protection. You're getting nice clicky buttons. You're getting decent MagSafe. You are going to get good protection all around, which by the way, we actually didn't talk about. I end up forgetting this sometimes. We didn't talk about the camera and the screen lip protection. Now, starting off with the screen, I am using a full coverage tempered glass screen protector, and you're gonna get a very nice screen lip right there. So you can absolutely set this down on any surface and you will be good to go. And same thing with the camera bump right there. Nice proper camera bump. So when you do set this down on any of your surfaces, it will be good to go. So if those little issues don't bother you, then go ahead and pick up a Mous Limitless 6.0. But if they do, then there are some other cases that you may like a little bit more. So with all that being said, guys, let me know what you think about the Mous Limitless 6.0. Do you like it? A lot of people really like mouse cases. Let me know what you think about them. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. That goes a really long way and it allows me to make these videos consistently for you. If you guys want to see another great case that's a little bit cheaper, that'll also protect your phone very well, I'll leave that right here. If you want to see a super rugged case that's going to give you maximum protection on your iPhone, I'll leave that right there.